It's so easy to mistake knowledge for wisdom. We think they're the same thing, but really, they're not even close. So today, we're going to dive into that difference. We'll look at what wisdom really is, where it comes from, and, most importantly, how we can all learn to hear that quiet voice in our own lives.
I'm sure you've heard this phrase a million times, right? But what does it actually mean? I mean, if you can't get wisdom from a book or sit down in a lecture and just absorb it, then what is it? And where do we even begin to look for it? That's really the big question we're going to unpack.
All right, first up, let's get right to the heart of it. We have to start by drawing a clear line in the sand between simply knowing a bunch of stuff and actually being wise. They are two totally different things. Okay, this really lays it all out. On one hand, you've got knowledge. Think of it like a library in your head, just accumulating facts and figures. It tends to be loud, it's certain, it's eager to show off what it knows. But wisdom is different. It's not about the what, it's about the why and the when. It's quiet, it's thoughtful. And its real power isn't in knowing, it's in applying that understanding at just the right moment.
So if wisdom isn't just about cramming our brains with information, how does it actually form? What's the recipe? Well, that brings us right to our next section, the ingredients of wisdom. Let's get really specific here. If it's not hiding in a textbook or a classroom, then what is the actual source of this quiet guiding voice that we call wisdom? Where does it come from?
It turns out there's a pretty clear path. First, you need experience. That's the raw material, right? The good, the bad, the messy stuff of life. But experience on its own isn't enough. It needs time. You have to let those lessons just sit for a while to really settle in. Then comes patience, and this one's huge. It's that ability to hold back, to resist jumping to a conclusion. And when you mix all those together, that's when you get understanding. It's that aha moment where all the dots finally connect. It's a slow cultivation, not a quick download.
Okay, so we've covered what wisdom is and where it comes from. But what does it actually do for us? What's the point? That brings us to our third section, which is all about wisdom in action, how it actually shows up in the choices we make every single day. This is where the rubber really meets the road. This is where wisdom stops being this abstract idea and becomes a practical tool, kind of like a compass for your daily life. So what are the big choices this voice helps us navigate? A classic. Knowledge always wants to talk, right? It wants to jump in and prove what it knows. But wisdom is what tells you when the most powerful thing you can do is just be quiet and listen. It understands that sometimes the real learning, the real connection, happens when you're not the one talking. Okay, think about the last time you were in a disagreement. What's the gut reaction? For most of us, it's anger, it's getting defensive. That's the easy path. But that quiet voice of wisdom, it gently nudges us toward empathy. It encourages us to try and see things from the other person's point of view, even if we totally disagree. It chooses connection over being right. Man, we are living in an age of just constant noise. It's an endless fire hose of information, opinions, and outrage, and it is overwhelming. Wisdom acts like a filter. It helps you sift through all that chatter to find the little nuggets of what's true, what's actually meaningful. It helps you find the signal in all the static.
And this might be one of the biggest challenges we all face today. There are a million things fighting for our attention, and the easiest thing to do is just chase the next shiny object. But wisdom is that quiet voice that keeps pulling you back. It's your internal compass, reminding you to focus on your purpose, on what truly matters to you in the long run. So, we know what it is, we know where it comes from, and we know what it looks like in the real world. That brings us to our final and maybe most important section. How do we actually start listening to the quiet voice? Let's just circle back to this definition because it really says it all, doesn't it? Wisdom isn't some prize you win. It's this quiet voice that emerges from a whole process. It's the insight that only shows up after you've lived something, reflected on it, and truly started to understand it. And this, right here, might be the single most important thing to remember. You never arrive at wisdom. It's not a finish line you cross. It's a practice. It's something you do every day. It's a lifelong commitment to just paying attention to your life, to your reactions, and to that quiet little voice inside. So I'll just leave you with this. With all the noise going on in your life, in the world, what happens if you just pause for a second and listen? Really, truly listen. What is that quiet, wise voice inside of you trying to tell you right now?